This legislative session, longtime New Hope Senator Ann Rest was the first to get a bill to the governor's desk to sign. Senator Ann Rest is chair of the Senate Tax Committee, and she was all smiles when we sat down and spoke with her right after the bill's signing. Here's Senator Ann Rest in today's Newsmakers segment.
It was thrilling, and it was thrilling because it brought good news to Minnesota taxpayers to the tune of over $100 million in tax relief, conforming to the federal tax relief that they've gotten over the last 3 or 4 years. Minnesota's finally caught up, and people will be able to file their returns under this new law, their 2022 tax return, and then also amended returns from benefits that they had received earlier in the last 3 or 4 years from the federal government in a response to the challenges of COVID.
All right, and this had bipartisan support?
Unanimous bipartisan support.
How about it?
In both bodies, and that's what made the bill signing yesterday so celebratory, because there were Democratic legislators there were Republican legislators there, and then the new Commissioner of Revenue and the governor and the lieutenant governor. There were smiles everywhere.
There'll be smiles also for folks who had student loans, and they will get a little bit of money back now. Can you talk about that?
Well, yes. The federal government forgave some of the student loans in some of the student loan programs, but Minnesota did not conform to that, and so on their tax returns, these students or people paying these student loans had to add back that amount of money that they had been able to receive from the federal government without paying any taxes on it. And so now they will get that forgiven as well, and take that extra deduction. They'll also be able to benefit from the president's program this past year, depending on how the Supreme Court rules on his $10,000, $20,000 program. So we'll see how that goes.
All right. Does it make you optimistic for the rest of the session?
Well, it certainly does, and you should think that it would be easy to be bipartisan about a tax decrease, but people have different priorities and so forth, and what was so remarkable about this is how fast we did it. It was a unanimous vote in both bodies, and it's a big win for everyone. And in particular, I think of the governor's leadership to be able to reach out to both Democrats and Republicans to get them on board in such a quick time.
Right. Senator Ann Rest, thank you for being here today.
You're absolutely welcome. Thank you.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.